Hello, welcome to the second part of the discount kit videos. I hope you enjoyed the first part where I showed you the items you can find for not a lot of money. In this part, I'm going to be testing out those items and doing an overnight trip. So first things first, I picked a shelter location. Just going to do a quick little A-frame between these two trees here. It's the right distance for the length of me, and it's relatively flat, so should be pretty simple going up. Another thing about today, it was already 91 degrees at noon. Supposed to hit 102 today. I'm gonna have to make sure I stay really hydrated. Fire season is in effect out here, so I'm not really going to have a fire much, just long enough to cook and boil up some more water. So here's the location. Going to break out some of those tools and have at it. First tool I'm going to put to use is this hatchet here. Clear out a few of these lower branches. Didn't have much time in between opening this and coming out here, so I worked at the edge for a little while. Didn't get a great edge on it, but it's a little better than it was, so see how this does for me. Not too bad. I'm going to save these for bedding. So I get this area opened up a little bit. There is some cow dung in here. These woods are open range during the summer months. So I'm going to get stuff cleared out of the way and show you guys the process and let you know what I think of this little guy after a little bit. Found some looks like old chicken wire laying out here close by. This will come in handy, so then I can use this as some cordage so I don't have to use up my own. Yeah, it's almost anywhere you go, it seems like there is some sort of human debris or trash left over that in survival or bushcraft you can always put to work for you. As I've been working on getting my shelter together, I've been using this hatchet for quite a bit of chopping already. Really needs a good edge on it. It's going to take some time to get this thing all nice and sharp. So $12 hatchet so far has been kind of a bust. I'm really missing my parang right now. It does work, but it takes a lot more effort than some of the higher quality tools that I've used, so I don't know, you might be a little better off saving up another $10–15 and getting something a little better than this $12 guy here. But that's what I've got, so that's what I've got to make work for me. Whew, just keeps getting hotter. When it's hot like this, we're already up to 95. You want to make sure you stay hydrated. And one thing that I always miss when I'm out on these bushcraft trips is ice. You know, the only time you get it is when it's freezing cold outside, but when it's hot and you really want it, you don't get any ice. One little trick the old timers did to keep things cold back in the day was they just drop them down in the stream right here like that. This water is much cooler than the air. The flowing water is always cooler than the stagnant water. So I'm just going to find a good place to drop my bottle off. I'm not going to lose it in here because this is the area I've been crossing the creek. Yeah, it's just a quick, simple way to keep your water cold, or if you had something else that needed to stay cool, it's almost like nature's refrigerator as long as you've got a sealed container. Just want to show you there is a technique you can use to cut down some smaller saplings with just your little belt knife. Really need to bend them, put some stress on it, and then just dig your knife in. But be careful not to put too much stress. Once you get it down, just work it against itself. There you go. It's not pretty, but it works. Shelter, check. Really took a lot of energy doing this shelter because of that hatchet there. Just a lot of effort trying to cut with that thing. Branches that I would normally go through with one swing with my parang, taking 5 or 6 on that hatchet. So really made a lot more work. Next up is to get a fire going with the tools that I have, and boil some water, and test out that little bowl I got. So stay tuned. Well, before we get started here, I was hoping to have a little more presentable firing, but whoever was here last left some trash and whatnot, but it's here already, so I'm going to use it. Here's that fire tin. You can see there's the candles, matches, lighter, striker. Pull out striker. I do have those cotton balls in here, but everything is so dry. I'm going to take this first go around without them. To this magnesium bar here. First try with this knife on it, actually. First I want to see if back of the blade. No, not a lot of spark there. So I'll have to use the front of the blade, and how I want to do that is right here, closest to the handle. It's a point I'm not going to do a lot of cutting with. Not a lot of spark, but give it a try. I'm going to make a pile of magnesium shavings right here on this flat rock, catch my moss, then I'll throw in some pine needles and then some smaller twigs, and should be good to go. So before we get started, just take about half of that to start with. Get it all fluffy, ready to catch on fire. getting to be evening time, so I'm going to make a quick and easy candle lantern using this tin can here. We'll need your knife. Cut like an H shape. Now, you may not want to do this with your knife and whatnot, but a good quality knife like this, it's not going to be that bad on it. Make sure you don't cut yourself. Go almost halfway around the circle and do the same thing lower down. And now you will connect these by cutting down the center. Fold out the little flaps here. I'm going to close up this little tab. Well, the best I can anyways. That's basically it. What you do next, so we'll take out a candle. Once get some wax dripping down, drip it into the bottom of the can, and then you can stick the candle in that wax. It'll hold it in place. Let it cool, and there you go. Dripped a little bit wax on the wick so it went out. Relight it real quick. And you can hang this from the tab here, and that will reflect light out just like a lantern does. Quick and easy candle lantern. Well, not sure if you can see the sky behind me very well. It's getting pretty black. Just got a notification from one of my buddies who works in the Forest Service, and he was telling me about how there are some unexpected and severe thunderstorms coming through tonight. So I think I'm gonna end up calling it quits a little bit early. Just being safe, you know. Don't want to get caught out here. If you know, it's a downpour, I'll just be stuck sitting under my tarp not doing anything. If there really is a bad lightning storm, being out in the woods during fire season is not really the best place to be, so just going to make the call for safety and get on out of here, start packing up. Keep an eye out for the next video. It will be a follow-up, just a quick review of what I think of the tools that I was able to get for this cheap pack video. Just to let you know, most everything worked out pretty well, but I have some thoughts that I will mention later on. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.